my name is CJ Heighton. I am the founder and currently only member of Firearrow Games, which is a small game design team based mostly online in, I guess since I am the only member, Kamloops, British Columbia, which is a part of Canada. Today we will be going over the current testing build of Blitzkampfer, which is a game that I myself had been working on in my spare time when I was still a part of a team. After the collapse, I guess, of the team that worked on Varrigan's Revenge, I generally decided to start working on it fully, and that is where I am today. Oh god, let's just press R to restart that. Right now, in the top left-hand corner of the screen, you can see that we have set our score a little bit up just for testing purposes. As I have been screwing around with the shop system, I am not quite ready to show that off yet, considering that it is still very much work in progress and it is actually kind of breaking certain parts of my game. So I want to work on that and improve on it as much as possible by the end of this. Okay, so first off, we will be going over today the newly updated tutorial area, as you can see by this part that doesn't say skip the tutorial. We will also be potentially going over the bosses of the game and some of the little changes that I've made, such as enemy health, etc. Okay, so let us jump right into this. So when you go over to one of these portals, as you saw previously, it moves you to another room, and each and every one of the rooms is a level. As you can see, I am using Game Maker Studio, which, rooms, to those who are not aware, is similar to level structures. When you go to a certain item or something, you can set it to change your room over. So for now, we will go into the tutorial. First off, you can see that my game has frozen here just slightly. That is because there is text appearing on screen that has frozen the game. Right now you all cannot see that, but it is all basically placeholder stuff. When you see the screen freeze, normally that's to be expected right now because that is placeholder text. I'll be probably giving it a better overview and stuff when it actually becomes solid structured stuff towards the final release. Okay, so first of all, here is the rundown of enemy types. Blah, 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 blah. It just talks about the enemy types. So every single part of this game, you will encounter enemies that will potentially be aggressive to the player. To those of you who haven't played Blitzkampfer, it is a open world shooter similar to Swarm and Solar 2 in the way that it has a vast open world map with just one giant overworld and several smaller miniature sized levels. The movement system is sort of floaty, but that's generally how it's supposed to work. You can press space to equip a bullet whip, which is the most unique aspect of this game, and the fact that it is similar to Castlevania's whip in the fact that it follows the player and generally spreads out, but you can also use it as a pistol, shooting it and retrieving the bullets. It only goes a certain distance though when you retrieve it. So you can actually release condensed bursts of bullets. Eventually you do end up getting cannons and stuff, but that will be at a later date. Yeah, you can't really use it right now. So next area will be the next enemy type. As you go through, it'll just give you overviews on all the different enemy types. So next thing. This is the overworld right now. It is a rather expansive open world with several smaller little bits in the background. This is all just potentially a temporary background. I don't really know quite yet. But I feel like this is going to stay as a temporary background. So right now what I have open is a timeline in the base room that randomly spawns enemies of a certain kind and a set amount of said enemy with a certain chance. as such, it adds to the diversity of the game. It adds to the general spawning patterns of the enemies and diversifies it quite a bit. So you could be ending up with enemies that actually deplete your points, which is what you will use to upgrade your character when you find a colony ship, etc., etc., or get health or anything else. The colony ships are another addition that are a little bit rare, and they are stuff that I am not quite ready to show yet. To all of you guys who are wondering why my computer is lagging at such a simple game, I might have set my graphics capabilities a little bit too high on this, so please bear with the awkwardness. Okay, so we have got one enemy isolated here. What you can see in the bottom right-hand corner of the enemy is a number. That number is its remaining health. When a bullet hits it, such as that, then that number goes down. When it reaches 0, it runs out and it kills the enemy. This is a very, very difficult thing that I had to implement, in the fact that no matter what I would do, the score either followed the player or it would follow the enemy, but it would never actually just stick in one place. So this is a boss, this little yellow portal right beside the player. I actually do have my mouse out, but you cannot see that. When you collide with portals, as I said before, it gives you a short it usually doesn't give you it gives you very, very little context, and it sends you into a new level. With the boss, this is a little bit different. It's usually got a short description of what happens when you get pitted with the boss. And the bosses are brutal. They're like endgame stuff. They give you a lot, and I mean a lot, of points for winning against them, but they are very, very challenging opponents. Right now, it seems that none of the bullets are tracking towards the player properly, but yeah, the bosses are mainly supposed to move in patterns, as you can see, and generally try to defeat the player. When a boss runs out of health, it dies, and you get a certain set amount to score and are thrown back into the level. There are currently only 2 bosses out. This one, which is the quote-unquote Harrier, which is based on the Harrier boss from Metal Gear Solid 2, Guns of the Patriots. And there is also the Elders, which are a series of bosses that shoot tracking bullets. Same with the Harrier. I do not know why the bullets are not tracking right now. That's actually something I should probably get on after this is all said and done with. But yeah, that is generally how it's working right now. So after that, I have actually been working on another boss for quite a while, actually, who has 3 stages. In each and every one of those stages, he has a set amount of health, and he changes up his pattern, all that kind of stuff. Typical boss stuff. Typical good, fun boss dealio, which I very much enjoy. This is another very, very nice use of the bullet whip. You can actually whip it out in a small area, and it actually spreads out so that it can actually encompass a large area of effect where the bullets will actually hit the player. On that, it would appear that everything has actually started working now, which is weird. I guess that there was just something bugging out with that particular pre-reset thing. It seems that there is actually another portal here. This would be the survival portal, which I actually went over in the info trailer at the very, very beginning of this devlog, which you guys are most likely seeing this on, or perhaps on my YouTube channel. If that's the case, and I actually do upload this, there's been a few little bits and pieces here and there, or a little bit of drama around my YouTube channel. So I'm actually probably going to close that down and open up an official YouTube channel for this. But for now, it's not really the case. But yeah, I'll, I guess, stop this here because we are going on rather late. But yeah, that is currently what I have updated or improved on for Blitzkampfer. I suppose actually adding on to this, all the backgrounds have been updated as well, and there are also colony ships, which are the only ways of using the shop system in the entire game. I am trying to get that working with upgrading the player. I might actually only add add the shop system able to be used for upgrades on like the base main map, because I actually have been experiencing some errors where if I try to get the player in the colony ship and I leave, it does not spawn the newer player into the base world. But other than that, yeah, that's about it for this current build of the game. Thank you for checking in with the video. I am very, 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 very happy to announce that this game will be coming out soon. It will potentially be coming out within the next 2 years, which I didn't really expect at any point. Don't really expect a given release date. That's just me naming names. It could be actually a lot longer than that. I just was going along with my previous train of thought and it kind of messed up. But anyways, video over. Thanks for watching. This was CJ signing off, I guess, from this developer video log. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.